Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and welcome to Size Matters. Today, I'm hoping to talk about body positivity. Before the laptop died, I had recorded this video and it didn't go so well because I didn't best know how to talk about body positivity because I'm not quite sure whether men are supposed to be part of this conversation, but I am going to be talking about body positivity from a male perspective. Once again, I'll be talking about it using my own experiences, and I won't necessarily be going in depth into anything. The first time I heard the term body positivity must be in about 2010 in a Megan Tonjes video. I think I had been listening to her music for maybe a year at the time, and then I discovered that she and a group of other women had a channel entitled Project Life Size, which really was just women discussing their lives. Sometimes I think they did go into more serious subject matter, but for the most part I can't really remember it as well as I ought to. I maybe should have watched some videos before I came and did this video, but I'm not that type of person. Anyway, so Megan Tonjes, throughout this term, body positivity, I didn't understand it properly, but what I did know was that it was about being large, being fat, and just taking ownership of that and being like, yeah, do you know what? I actually like my body. I like who I am as a person. No matter my size is not who I am, which I think I mentioned in another video. I can't be sure. Anyway, heard this term, and it put me into a quandary because it was all about discovering your love for yourself and being able to like who you are, which is something I was struggling with because I found it difficult to equate the idea of being fat to actually being able to like who you are. I saw it as something of the character defect. I won't lie, I could not get past seeing myself as this ugly figure. And then it was just through these videos that I was like, do you know what? I don't care. I was very much on the internet forum I was part of, I was very much playing off this idea of being a narcissist, and I just decided to pull that character and put it into my own life. And then I ended up with this problem in that I wanted to lose weight, but I also really desperately wanted to say, hang on a minute, I do actually like who I am. And I think that it's very difficult for other people to see you trying to lose weight, but also see you say, I'm happy with the size that I am. Because, personally, I wasn't happy. I mean, there are definitely going to be people who weigh the same as me, weigh more than me, who are body positive and who don't care as much. Well, it's not that they don't care, it's just that they are fine how they are. I am not that person, and as such, whilst I am able to be body positive and I'm able to get up in the morning and, you know, actually not hate everything I see in the mirror, there are days when I will look in a mirror and I will just think, I do not like myself today. And it's not about not liking myself, but I don't like my body. I will just feel somewhat caged, really. Somewhat like a prison, which probably doesn't make sense and might be the wrong way to talk about it. But there are definitely days when I'm not feeling like I can be positive about the body that I'm in. And I know personally that I want to lose weight, and that whilst I am happy with who I am as a person, I'm not necessarily as positive about my body as I was 8 years ago. And to be fair, and to be honest, I have never actually liked being fat. And some people can say, why haven't you done anything before that? Why haven't you really stuck to anything before now? And it's just this really difficult thing. I'm going to mention it in a later video, but there has always been this cycle of different diets and different methods of trying to lose weight. And whilst I did lose a stone way back when I was 12, it still wasn't enough. And I, as I said, used to reward myself with food, and I had a very unhealthy relationship with food. I went through a lot of horrible things from the age of 10 until the age of 20, in which there was just a lot of grief. There was a lot of death in the family. There was illnesses within the family. There was also going to school, and I was ill a lot as well. I was off school a lot, which meant that, I used to skive PE. It's, I am not the type of person who cared about physical fitness. I still hate to sweat to this day. I hate to embarrass myself in front of people. And because of being younger and always falling over, I knew that activity could also then equate to embarrassment if it went wrong. And so it was something that I desperately avoided. And now I'm older and I'm 25, I really regret those decisions and just wish that I'd reached this age now, I'd reached this mindset now of not actually caring as much about what other people think. But this does also come into the body positivity thing, in that I think that you can still be body positive, but you don't necessarily... You can be body positive, but you're being body positive for you. You don't have to... It's not for anybody else. And I had another problem when a few years ago I talked about losing weight, and someone said to me, I wouldn't want you to lose weight because who would you be? I don't know who you'd be if you lost weight. And that was really difficult for me to hear, because I was like, well, how can you be seeing me as just this fat person? How can you be seeing me as just this size? You aren't seeing a person anymore. You're saying that my character is in my weight. And I know that this person was probably she was meaning well, and she was trying not to offend me, but I did find it somewhat offensive that this person who I'd known for a few years at that point had decided that they only equated me to my size. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Also, in my previous video that I made about this and I lost, I was struggling to equate whether men should be part of the conversation, because I'm very much trying to be a feminist ally. I don't think that I can call myself a feminist. I'm not sure whether that word... I just do not know the politics. I do not know the social niceties surrounding this word, and I don't know whether body positivity is something that men are meant to be part of, because it's a big movement and men have constantly been, we've taken a lot of things off people, and I wouldn't like to be one of those people to try and take this phrase for myself. But I do know, there are men out there who will be struggling with their bodies and their size, and there'll be others who know that men are just supposed to accept what they've got, that if they are fat or large, they're supposed to be open to being ridiculed because they have allowed themselves to get to that size. And if you haven't got a dad bod, you should have a fit one. And that's just the way of the world, I think, at the moment. And it is honestly a bit of a minefield for me to be able to try and figure out all of my thoughts based on this issue, because I am actually an incredibly selfish person, and I never actually think outside of the way I feel about things. So trying to bring in the way other people feel about their own bodies and stuff is a bit difficult for me, because I can sometimes have blinders on and be a bit unaware of other people's situations and how they feel. But yes, I'd say I think that body positivity is a great thing, but I do have my struggles with it, and I commend anyone who is able to be positive about their bodies, no matter their size or any issues that they may have. And I think that it will be something that I always struggle with, whether or not I do manage to lose the weight that I want to lose. I think that it'll definitely still be there, because as Megan Todd just puts it in a video, there is no guarantee that you're going to be happy once you've lost the weight. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with, because I know that I have definitely been happy as a person, and, you know, I still have happiness in my life now at the size I am. So it can be something of a worry as to whether I will still be happy if I do lose any weight. But I do think it's something that I will just have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there, and I do welcome discussion about this topic down in the comments. I hope you got something out of this video, and until next time, that is all.